Hello! Good day everyone. This is your teacher in CSS subject, Teacher Jinky. Today, we are going to learn the second learning outcome in applying quality standards, common competency. Today's discussion is all about workplace procedure and quality standards. But before we start, let us know the learning objectives that are set for you to learn as you go along the presentation. At the end of this module, the learner shall be able to apply quality standards in computer system servicing, especially assess own work. First, we discuss workplace procedure. When you say workplace procedure, it is a set of written instructions that identifies the health and safety issues that may arise from the jobs and tasks that make up a system of work. A safe working procedure should be written when, of course, number 1, designing a new job or task, changing a job or task, introducing new equipment, and reviewing a procedure when problems have been identified. Example, from an accident or incident investigation. In creating a safe working procedure, everyone must identify the following: the teacher for the task or job and the students who will undertake the task, the tasks that are to be undertaken that pose risks, the equipment to be used in these tasks, the control measures that have been formulated for these tasks, any training or qualification needed to undertake the task, the personal protective equipment to be worn, the action to be taken to address safety issues that may arise while undertaking the task. This table shows different elements and their corresponding performance criteria to be able to identify occupational health and safety hazards and assess risk, as well as follow instructions and procedure in the workplace with minimal supervision. Please see attached table. There are different types of work instructions. Work instructions may be verbal, written, in English, in a community language, or provided visually. Example of it will be the video, the occupational health and safety signs, symbols, and other pictorial presentation, etc. Assuming that there are risks in our work area, we can control those risks in the work area by means of course, eliminate the risk, reducing or minimizing the risk through engineering controls, administrative controls, and the personal protective equipment. There are many ways in identifying the workplace hazards, be it verbal or written. These reports may also include face-to-face, phone messages, notes, memos, and specially designed report forms. These are examples of occupational health and safety issues which may need to be raised by workers with designated personnel, and it will also include hazards identified, problems encountered in managing risks associated with hazards, clarification on understanding of OHS policies and procedures, communication and consultation processes, follow-up reports and feedbacks, effective of risk controls in place, and also the training needs. There are types and work-related errors. So we have two types or two classifications. So these are the quantity of work and the quality of work. Okay, so we go first to quantity of work. First is the quantity of work. Okay, the quantity of work will be affected because of untimely completion or limited production. Okay, this will happen because of poor prioritizing, timing, and scheduling, lost time, such as tardiness, absenteeism, leaving without permission, excessive visiting, phone use, break time, use of the internet, misuse of sick leave. Okay, so those are the things that can contribute to lost time. And lastly, it's because of the slow response to work requests and timely completion of assignments. So these reasons can contribute or can affect the quantity of work. So the second type of work-related errors is the quality of work. It will happen if there will be a failure to meet quality standards. And the quality of work will also be affected because of inaccuracies or errors, failure to meet expectations for product quality, cost, or service, customers or client dissatisfaction, spoilage or waste of materials, and lastly, inappropriate or poor work methods. There are work behaviors that can result or that may result in performance problems. So these are A. Inappropriate behavior, B. Resistance to change, C. Inappropriate interpersonal relations, and lastly, inappropriate physical behavior. So our next lesson will be all about standards. Okay, so the first question will be, what is standards? So when you say standards, these are sets of rules that outline specification of dimensions, design of operation, materials and performance, or describe quality of materials, products, or systems. In purchasing a material, there are specific quality standards that are set for number 1, hardware, wherein the durability of the work depends on the quality of its component parts and the assembly skills of those who install it. The second one is the production process, wherein checking of quality assurance must be highly considered. The third one is the final product, wherein it shows the quality system elements that is required by ISO 9000 in the making of the final product. And then the last one is the customer service, wherein it is the direct one-on-one interaction between a consumer making a purchase and a representative of the company that is selling it. Okay, so that will be all for the week 2 discussion. Always remember these things to avoid stress, avoid multitasking, get in touch with your senses, and veer away from distractions. Before I say goodbye, here's a food thought by Iduo Koyanakin. The mind is just like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets and the more it can expand. Again, this is Teacher Jinky. Adios!